Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2 in the series. Game 2 taking place on Last Refuge, as we see Moni spawning as the red Night Elf player on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we see WFZ spawning as the blue Undead. 1v1 here on Last Refuge, and WFZ showing why he has perhaps come to the forefront in terms of WarCraft 3 domination. As of the last year, he has been playing at such a high level, it seems like no one has been able to catch up to him in terms of decision making, execution, and overall understanding of the game. We're going to be looking at most likely another Death Knight opening with ghouls to start. Meanwhile, are we going to be going into the Keeper of the Grove? No, we are not, as Moni decides that a more typical Demon Hunter is going to be the better hero. Yes, mana burn is essential at shutting down or at least slowing down the Death Knight and that Lich. We'll see if that really helps him out in the end, as we are looking at a ghoul now wandering around, perhaps trying to take down a handful of Wisp. Oh, it looks like he's going to be able to take that Wisp. Yes, he does. One Wisp taken down there without a detonation. However, the Death Knight was not on the board. So, wait. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the time. Oh, beautiful Moonwell timing, as the Death Knight would have definitely got that experience there. All right, Demon Hunter looking to finish off the Troll Trapper creep camp, and it looks like he has picked up a Claws of Attack +6 for himself, a rather useful item. Meanwhile, the Death Knight on the board with one kill of a Wisp, not 100% sure what it was. It looks like he attacked and then death called a Wisp that was all the way on the other side of the map. Demon Hunter now venturing forth, hoping to perhaps do a little bit more damage, but the Death Knight gets another Death Coil, attack Death Coil in on another unsuspecting Wisp, and now he's on the board with 50 experience, as the Demon Hunter may find himself low on lumber and be forced to try and train up more Wisp. Only 4 Wisp currently harvesting, maybe a 5th one here in just a second, as the Death Knight picking up 2 skeletal minions and now ready to make a move. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going down. The Demon Hunter playing a little bit cautiously and defensively. Meanwhile, you can see 2 skeletal minions are now making their way in right inside here. The skeletal minion's not going to find that low hit point Wisp, as he is currently sitting inside that entangled gold mine, but he still may be able to get in even more kills, as there's another Death Coil shot once again. All right, the Death Knight looking to perhaps take down more and more Wisp. There's another Death Coil, and I think all of his experience so far has been from Death Coils, and that is it. All right, the Wisp now trying to run away again. The Death Knight still on the board with about 100 experience, as the Demon Hunter is pretty much just standing by himself at the tavern, even though he can't hire anyone new. Mana burn should be coming in at the very least. There's a 38-point mana burn, as the Death Knight now running away. The Demon Hunter trying to give a little bit of chase. Not going to be successful though, but the damage may have been done. Tree of Ages currently being teched. Only 6 Wisp currently on the lumber line, and that means a lot of Wisp, or 7 Wisp if you count the one off over here, and that is going to be a large amount of lumber missing and a lot of gold that you need to replace. Ancients of Lore, Ancients of War, any ancient building does cost 1 single Wisp in order to train up and build, so that will come back and perhaps haunt Moni in just a little bit. Death Knight now making his way out. Ghouls now making their rounds, as well as we could perhaps... Nope. I was actually going to question WFZ's thought process there if he wanted to take down this Ogre Lord creep camp. Instead, he is just trying to figure out where his opponent is creeping, and if he can stop his opponent from creeping, that is his ultimate goal. Ogre Magi going to get surrounded rather quickly and taken down. Meanwhile, archers are off over here. Shadow Meld, as the Demon Hunter now making its way back. Potion of Greater Mana, a semi-useful item for that Demon Hunter, but the Demon Hunter generally has the most mana out of all the heroes on the map at any given time anyway, so we'll see what comes of that. Death Knight now picking up a Ring of Protection +2. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter winning the experience war. We'll see if that does come back to help him a little bit later, as we are already going in the Black Citadel, and we should be getting that Lich with that Orb of Corruption. Demon Hunter now trying to fight back here. Oh, a beautiful surround onto a Demon Hunter, as the Demon Hunter now perhaps going to try and take down the Death Knight. Death Knight, a little bit of damage being dealt there. Who's going to come out ahead? The Demon Hunter. Oh my goodness. Once more. Unfortunate. I don't know what he said, but yeah, that's gotta be unfortunate. The armor of that Death Knight really protecting him from the piercing arrows, as the Demon Hunter now being forced to resurrect at the tavern, which is going to be costly once more. All right, are we going to perhaps pick up a Panda or some other hero to try and help? Let's take a look off to the north. Death Knight staying on Blight as long as he possibly could, regenerating more hit points, and now up to level 3. Demon Hunter doing what he does best, going to go ahead and heal up at these Moonwells. You can see him now pretty much back up to full hit points. Still rather low on mana though, as Gargoyles are out on the field. Gargoyles perfect anti-air, as the archers are already there to try and fight back against those poor Gargoyles. Gargoyles now trying to back off here. Ancient Protector will be completed in just a moment. I gotta see a Panda. If Moni gets a Panda, perhaps he can actually handle some of these Gargoyles and these Ghouls. It's just not the right counter choice yet. If he goes for a solo Demon Hunter, he's going to be in a worse spot, and that Demon Hunter even... Oh, no, he does not have a Potion of Grander Mana. That was sold. That might actually come back to haunt him if he does end up trying to grab... what's it called later? All right, Demon Hunter now in a very bad spot, going after some units. There's a mana burn, may need a Staff of Teleportation out, and it looks like he will be able to get out of there without any serious problems, as we are teching the Tree of Eternity for what is most likely going to be an Orb of Venom. Gargoyles still flying about here. We still don't see any sort of Panda. It's really shocking that Moni is not getting up a Panda for Breath of Fire. You see a whole bunch of Ghouls, you see a whole bunch of Gargoyles. That is the perfect counter hero, and even if it isn't as strong in the late game for you, it does get you at least to the late game, which is what the Night Elf needs right now. The Night Elf is so far behind in terms of just tech and army size that he's not going to be able to really put together a solid defense anytime soon. Demon Hunter now coming in. There's a mana burn. Oh, we are going to get a... No surround there, as the Demon Hunter now backing away once more. That -5 armor. A serious bit of damage being dealt to that Demon Hunter, as the Demon Hunter now trying to catch up to the rest of these units. All right, there's another mana burn. The Frost Nova does get down. So does the Death Coil. And there is the death of a Demon Hunter once again. Ancient of War looking like it's going to get taken down. We don't see that Panda. I'm going to stress that once again. Panda would have been a solid choice, dealing perhaps 500 damage across the board to units. Instead, it looks like you're going to be spending more gold to try and resurrect a Demon Hunter again. Are we getting up a Panda? Yes, we are, but it may be too little, too late. Demon Panda may turn around, perhaps get a Breath of Fire now. That would at least do a little bit of damage, and perhaps secure a little bit of a run there, as the Panda now running back around. Another archer going to fall, and wow, Moni is just not on the money at all, as he's going to be losing more and more units. Demon Hunter about to make its way out. 27 over, 40 in terms of supply, compared to, I believe, 45 over 50. Yeah, close to no or low upkeep, as the Lich is going to be getting into a very good spot here. Perhaps getting a little bit of extra damage onto this Ogre Mauler creep camp. Maybe even getting to level 3 if the cards work out right. All right. -5 armor because of that Orb of Corruption, really counteracting that inner fire. Demon Hunter is right there, perhaps going to try and take down some more units. There's another Frost Nova on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now being forced to run away. Demon Hunter very low on hit points, and now going to be using a Scroll of Town Portal to get back. He ended up still taking that Death Coil. If he was just perhaps a split second earlier, he would have been in a much better spot, and perhaps still up about 150 hit points. All right, continuing this fight here. Orb of Venom doing its share of damage onto all of the units. Panda needs to get another Breath of Fire off. There's a Scroll of Healing, and this is just going to be a GG. The Gargoyles and the Ghouls more than enough to take care of Moni, as Moni loses his Panda and most likely the game here on Amazonia. Both heroes down. There's the GG, as WFZ easily takes out Moni 2-0.